To gadgets, you probably spent part of the day yesterday in front of a computer, maybe watching the live blog on City News to see what Apple announced. Apple CEO Tim Cook appeared in front of tech journalists in San Francisco to talk about the upcoming Apple Watch and their new notebook line. Of course, our gadget guy, Mike Yawney, the only Canadian television journalist invited to the event. He got his hands on both the watch, and in this BT exclusive, he talks about the latest technology.
Well, this is it. This is the highly anticipated Apple Watch I have here on my wrist. You know what? Now, I've got to tell you, just having it on for the last little while, it really does feel more like a piece of jewelry than a smart device. It's well made and it feels quite comfortable. Now, here's the user interface. It is a touch screen, so I can move it around. These are all my apps and things like that there. But to zoom in, there's no pinch to zoom. I actually have to use the crown wheel to zoom into the app I want. There's the watch face there. It's completely customizable. I can change it to Mickey Mouse or different colors. However I'm feeling that day, you can really customize it. So a lot of fun with that. A question a lot of people are wondering is, do you need an iPhone to use Apple Watch? The answer, you do. Without it, it's just a basic watch, and you can do some things once it's set up through the iPhone. You can do things like go for a run, and it'll still monitor all your health things and things like that, but then you're missing GPS. You can't use apps like Shazam and Uber and without that iPhone connection. So you really do need an iPhone in order to properly take full advantage of Apple Watch. It is interesting, though, if you had no other people with Apple Watch, you can actually send secret messages. I can tap on the screen and they will feel the tap on their Apple Watch, or I can doodle and make a design and it'll show up on theirs. Siri's also built in, Apple Pay is built in, so definitely a lot of features on the watches. It is going to have a big focus on health. There is a heart rate sensor on the bottom. You can't really see it here, but so expect a lot of health apps, and a lot of apps are being created in Canada, which will be unveiled over the next couple of weeks. Apple Watch prices vary greatly. There's 3 different models. There's Apple Watch Sport, that starts at $450. Apple Watch starts at $699, and Apple Watch Edition, that's the high-end 18-karat gold. That's going to set you back starting at $13,000. Now, of course, the price can go up from there depending on the band that you want. Of course, different bands cost different amounts of money. Apple Watch will come to Canada April 24th. Apple unveiling another product besides the Apple Watch. This is a new line of notebook called MacBook. This is really light, 2 pounds. It's also extremely thin. It's thinner than a MacBook Air. There's other features though, and new innovations. The keyboard, for example, has different mechanisms underneath the keys. They're called butterfly mechanisms, and it changes the way the keys actually react and move when you type. There's also a force touch trackpad. This is interesting. Depending on how much pressure you put on the trackpad, that changes what happens on the screen. For example, I have a video up on the screen here. If I push play, if I want to fast forward, I'll just gently push down, and you'll see it's at 2x, but if I push harder, it goes to 5x, 10 times, 30 times. So the harder I push, the faster it moves forward. Also, different colors for the first time ever in computers for Apple. They have gold, they have space gray, there's also silver. Usually this is only something we've seen in the iPad, so Apple bringing color to their notebooks, quite an interesting move. MacBook will be coming to Canada on April 10th.
Now, a little bit of controversy surrounding that new MacBook. It will use a brand new charge cable and is not compatible with pre-existing charge cables, which of course means external devices will have to be upgraded to work on the new MacBook. However, on the plus side, okay, on the plus side, where am I now? I've lost myself. On the plus side, we've got that new cable, which is called, so it's called a USB-C, and also doubles as an HDMI cable, USB cable, and power. So it is an all-in-one cable, for sure, replacing the need for numerous cords. But if you want to use your older items with the new MacBook, you'll need an adapter, which will run you about $79.
$79 for the adapter, and then you add to the drawer in the kitchen, probably, or in your home office.
That's exactly where the drawer is. It's like overflowing.
It's overflowing, which I told you earlier that I have 5 different cables and or adapters.
Yes.
My car is a newer car. It's a 2013, but I need an adapter for my iPod. You need the plug-in right now for your existing MacBook. It's a different cable for your smaller iPhone, and if you want an adapter to stream your iPad to your TV, so it's like a cable village.
A cable nightmare, really, is what it is.